Today we're at Longhorn Steakhouse. We've actually did Texas Roadhouse right before this, so I wanted to do the next best of the chain steakhouses for another episode of the best, where we do the best orders from each restaurant or in each category. Longhorn really came a long way in my eyes this year, because I always thought it was the worst of the three. We went there a couple of times where we did multiple videos here. We did one where we had viewer suggestions and another one where I was just trying out things that I wanted. You guys had some really good input, and a lot of the things here are actually from your suggestions. So appreciate everybody who did that way back in the summertime. We did the chain restaurant tour. As we do at every restaurant, we have an appetizer, we have an entree, and of course we have a dessert, which I'm going to put to the freezer right now because I don't want this. It has ice cream. I don't want this to melt. So let me put this away and let's get into this video. These last few have actually been really tough to whittle down what I think is the absolute best, and this was no exception again. Honorable mention to the firecracker chicken wraps, as well as those stuffed cheddar mushrooms. I thought those were really good as well, but this was my favorite one. This was tough, I'm not gonna lie to you. We have their seasoned steakhouse wings come with blue cheese, and then that sauce, the wet sauce, which I'm actually gonna throw on there right now. I like when they put these on the side. It just makes it a lot better. I'm gonna take one away just so I can try it without, but this is what I like to do with these, especially with the to-go. You just do one of these real quick. Put the wrapper back on. The wrapper, close enough. And you shake it like a salt shaker. I'm listening to a lot of old ass music. Just had the Yin Yang Twins on before. Boom. So there we go. A lot of people love Outbacks, but I think these are better. So I was looking at the description. They bake these and then they fry them. Then they add Steakhouse seasoning and then their hot sauce, which for all intents and purposes, it's a buffalo sauce. But you can see the cook on these is absolutely perfect. And that Steakhouse seasoning is like almost like a chili dry rub, reminds me of. But these wings are very good. I don't think I've actually ever done the blue cheese, so let's try that. Let's put this one off this side. Try one in the blue cheese. It's a good blue cheese. I'm sorry to everyone in Buffalo, but I don't really care to put blue cheese on my wings. And to me, other than Wingstop, if the wings are good enough, I don't really dip my wings. I kind of just eat them as is. But I can respect it. Said I wanted to try one without sauce on it, and I didn't do it until the last one. I like these, even like this. Better with the hot sauce, but either way, seasoned, cooked well. And as much as people go crazy for Outbacks, I think these are way better than Outbacks. I need some of that hot sauce though. Entree was also tougher than I thought it would be, and I tried to make a combo where you could have these two. So honorable mention again to the Parmesan crusted chicken, a truly elite dish that is non-steak. But I'm at a steakhouse and I want a steak. So we did the outlaw ribeye, but with the Parmesan crusting on it. It's like a happy medium. I think the Parmesan crusting is better on the chicken than the steak, but I like their steak a lot, and we are at the steakhouse. For my sides, I didn't get a baked potato. I actually got a baked sweet potato, which I feel like not enough people get, but those who know, know. And of course, this is one of the better mac and cheeses at any of these chain places. This is their mac and cheese that's $2.99 extra, but it is good. Let's get a piece of this steak. Somebody asked in the last video how I eat my steak or cook my steak. Medium rare. Sorry I didn't say that. I guess I just assumed that that's what most people do, but some people like rare, some people like jerky. I do medium rare. But the Parmesan crusting, here we go. That's good, man. I just personally, even though I really like that Parmesan crusted chicken, I just think that it's like going to a steakhouse. Get the steak. You know what I'm saying? But I do think it deserves a mention. You can also get it on this steak, though, instead of the chicken. And it's still going to do you right. Man. That's going to be good. Then, of course, got the baked sweet potato with the brown sugar butter. I left this in my heating box, and it melted, which I'm not mad at. That's damn good. So now you just really get it up in there. This is going to be fire. They should serve this to you melted all the time. Yeah. Yeah. Then we have their Steakhouse mac and cheese. It's got like a Parmesan breadcrumb on the top. They use cavatappi noodles from there, which I think is an underrated play when it comes to mac and cheese noodles. Elbows cavatappi are my top ones. Also bacon on there. I'm gonna tell you, that's a damn good mac and cheese for a chain. Damn good. And if anybody is new to the channel, I'm almost obnoxiously particular about my mac and cheese. That's good. Like, if you served that to me at like a family function, I wouldn't be mad at it, and that's saying a lot. But Texas Roadhouse, one of the few things they have that unsucks on their menu is their mac and cheese. I think it's ass. And I've had it like 3 times trying. I don't like it. But that, nice and cheesy, a little bit of Parmesan in there, and then those breadcrumbs and the bacon, it just comes all together. So then you get a piece, you get a piece of this steak, and you come back in with the mac. Other thing I'd like to mention, similar to the other place in Texas Roadhouse, this is $37. For a large steak with 2 sides, it's $32. I paid extra for that. So that's where it comes from, that extra 3 plus tax. I'm not mad at that. And I've said this all year. I believe that this is, it's close to Texas Roadhouse. I still prefer Texas Roadhouse. But if you told me you like Longhorn better, I could see where you're coming from. Because it is good. Let me get a little. That's hitting. I never asked for their bread, and I never tried it. I didn't know this came in a whole loaf. I touched the whole loaf. Oh well. I never tried this, so I'm gonna try their bread today. I don't think it's rocking with nothing else, but I still have some of this brown sugar butter, so I'm gonna do this instead. I mean, at this point, you could put anything in this, but yeah, that's good. This is just like a loaf of wheat bread. Again, it's bread. I just wanted to try it. I never actually eaten it. You can tell I like this though. Oh Lord, let me just do a little something. Yeah, it's rocking. Not gonna mess with that. And finally, there was a dude, this is back in the summer when I was doing viewer suggestions for videos. This dude commented, try the chocolate Stampede at Longhorn Steakhouse. Like, I couldn't even tell you how many times. And I tried it, and I now think it's the best dessert there. It is really good. So you get this fat piece of chocolate cake with 2 scoops of their, like, vanilla ice cream and some whipped cream. And I know it sounds pretty elementary, but it's like chocolate mousse with a cookie booty and then some chocolate in the middle of that, like a ganache. And I'm really not a chocolate cake person, but when you mix this in, their ice cream is actually good too. I don't know what brand they're using or who's doing what, but that's good. Again, not really a devil's food or chocolate type of person. I like, look at how smooth that is right there. But that's excellent. Like some of these cakes now that they have at some of these places, they're better than the ones you get at like the Cheesecake Factory. But it's really dense and it's kind of fudgy. With vanilla bean, that would do something. My bad. my bad. That'll do something to you though. I can get one more bite. One more bite. I gotta chill. It's New Year's Eve. By the time you're watching this is 2025. So, obviously I got some festivities. I can't have chocolate cake and stuff sitting all up and, you know, it's just not a good mix. So, but this, you have to try this. Even if you're like, well, I don't really care for chocolate cake. You still have to. This is like Miss Trunchbull's chocolate cake type level. That cake looked good till that dude started eating it. Y'all never watched Matilda? I'm old. Leave me alone. This is literally the first video you will be seeing in 2025. I'll be forgetting, man. Once you get to a certain point, I don't know what year it is no more. Like I said, for me, I'm still on the other side of the year in 2024 at the time of recording this. And again, I hate being all sappy and stuff, but New Year's is a lot of time where you get reflective about how your year went and how people plan to do something going forward. I really can't thank you guys enough. This year has been nuts, you know, for the channel. I've had a lot of milestones in personal life. I've had, you know, just all together, it's been a really good year. And not every year has been like that in my life. So I am very thankful and very grateful for all of you. If you ever clicked on my video, even if you're in that like small percentage of people that like to spam rude comments on the videos and stuff, you know, I'll be checking your comment history. It's cool. Either way, you still, by some, even if it's something that you look at as like torture, you like watching, so thank you. But anyway, like I said, it hasn't always been that way for me, and how most of us, we have ups and downs in our life and in years, and just anybody who's watching this, I know a lot of people go through stuff, and you might internalize it and don't talk about it, and I'm not here to tell you what to do with your life, but just keep the faith, man, because I know sometimes that you feel like it's never gonna, like, when's your turn? It's never gonna go right. Nothing's ever gonna happen for you. I do think that I've been guilty of this in the past, and some people are. You know, you spend so much time focusing on the stuff that you don't have, that you forget about all the things that you've been blessed with, and don't ever lose sight of that. And if you still feel like you're down, just keep grinding, keep doing whatever it is that you feel like you were meant to do, and keep believing in yourself, because you really don't know what's gonna happen in life. Like, 10 years ago, I really thought that, well, one, I didn't know what the hell I was going to be doing for a living. And you know, you're getting out of school, and you don't know what the hell you're going to do. It's very anxiety, like, when you're like, what's my career going to be? I went to school for exercise science, physiology. Didn't know what I was going to do with it. Somehow, when I came home from college, I started just going to the gym with some of my closest friends, and that somehow ended up with me getting super into fitness, which is weird as a former athlete. I wasn't really into fitness as an athlete. I was into fitness more out of it, but that led me into the fitness profession, which I have been doing really up until like last year professionally. That had ups and downs, somehow ended up here. 2020 happened, couldn't go outside. Said, you know what? I want a shakaroni. I ate it on camera. And here we are. So, I didn't see any of that coming. It wasn't anything that I planned for. And there was definitely times in between that where I was down and out. Really was like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing with myself. So, I know there's a lot of people watching again. You don't know what you're just... Keep your faith. And keep within yourself and just keep grinding. You don't know where you're going to end up. And I can't say that enough. I don't know how the hell I ended up here, and it's funny. You know what I'm saying? But I'm really grateful for it. So I appreciate y'all, man. I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful 2025, and I hope to see you guys still here that year. So I'll see you in that time. You've already made... If you're reading this, or you're watching this, I should say, we're all here, and that's good. We'll be back tomorrow. More content, men and hand signs. They made it to YouTube.